Hi, I'm Carla D. Tillery, and welcome to the Chair Chronicles. I'm your life coach and your favorite auntie. You know, that aunt that is so not afraid to tell you the truth and help you see things just a little clearer, and you love her advice. Well, as a certified life coach with over 2 decades of experience, I'm very passionate about helping you find your happiness. So pull up a chair and let's have a talk. Thanks for joining another podcast on the Chair Chronicles with your favorite auntie and your life coach, Carla D. Tillery. I want to talk about something that really inspired me this week. It was listening to Amanda Gorman at the 2021 inauguration. This young lady took the world by storm, and I was like, oh my God, who is this woman? She is a Harvard graduate. She studies sociology. She's an award-winning writer. She has, I believe, 3 books coming out. And I was just like, wow, she's really taken the world by storm, because I hadn't really heard of her until this particular moment. And I was just absolutely fascinated by her. So I was watching a lot of like the post interviews and things like that after the inauguration. And one of the things that she talked about was how she got to this point. And I think anytime you see someone that you're like, oh my goodness, like they seem to be great or they're doing really big things, you always kind of want to know what's their journey. So one of the things that she said in the interview was that in preparation for reading this poem at the inauguration, she listened to all of the former poets who had spoken at an inauguration. So that was one thing. The other thing she said was that she listened or she watched and read a lot of social media, like tweets and what people were saying and thinking and how they were feeling about different things. And so here she is, she's listening to the past, listening to the present to kind of create words that will have an impact in the moment. And I was like, whew, she is phenomenal. Her delivery, the word selections, how she had her sort of rhythm in the poem. She was absolutely fantastic. And I started really thinking about this, like, okay, what made her so great in this moment? And what I kind of pulled together in my thoughts, it was her preparation. It was her preparation. So I want to talk about, what are you preparing for? When you think about that word preparing, it essentially means to make something or to make someone ready for or able to do for a future purpose. So it's something you're doing in the moment to get ready for something in the future. So what are you preparing for in order for you to live your best life in days to come, in weeks to come, in months to come, in years to come? How are you preparing for it? So if you follow me on social media, you can do that on Instagram or Facebook, on Twitter. I post different things. And one of the things that I always do with like the hashtags is, living your best life. And that sounds so cliche, but cliche or not, that is something that I absolutely want to embody. I do. I want to live my best life. If we only get one, I want to live it right. I want to be happy. I want to be content. And I know that really comes from understanding my purpose and fulfilling that purpose. So I've been talking about on like previous podcast episodes about goals, writing down a plan, creating a plan, talking about vision, talking about purpose, talking about passion. And all of these things are ingredients in that preparation for you to live your best life. And one of the things that I think that I really want to emphasize to you is that preparation before purpose sometimes is not glamorous. I'm sure Amanda probably had many nights of reading and doing her research and looking up different things. And those moments in preparing doesn't really compare to the moment standing on stage and delivering the poem and then hearing all of the feedback. Right? She had to go through those late nights of the research and trying to find the right words, and probably was like, I don't know, should I say this or should I say that? I'm sure there probably were moments of doubt or moments of like, I don't know what to write, and feeling writer's block at times. So the preparation doesn't always look good, doesn't always feel good, but I will say it's necessary. So when you think about like preparing a cake and you've got the flour and sugar and you've got all these other ingredients, and sometimes you can look at someone in the kitchen and you're like, oh my goodness, you have created a mess. But the outcome is going to be great, right? Hopefully, if they know what they're doing. So if you know what you're doing and you're in this process, sometimes the process does not feel good. Sometimes the process is messy. Sometimes the process is a little dirty before you get the end product. So don't minimize preparation. Don't look down on your preparation. Don't give up on your preparation, because your preparation is preparing you for your future. Preparation is the setup for your greatness. Preparation is the setup for your greatness. Amanda had to go through all of that preparation for her great moment at the inauguration. So what are you preparing for? I want you to think about your vision, think about your values, think about your plans, your actions, and know that all of this preparation is just setting you up for your greatness. Listen, thank you so much for just continuing to stay tuned and to stay connected with me on the Chair Chronicles.